What's up everybody and welcome to another edition of AGR's Pop Culture Reviews. So it's coming down to the wire guys, just 48 hours left, and we're gonna find out who's gonna be the next president of the United States. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm so sick of this election, I just want it to be decided already. It is kind of funny though how each side seems to think that no matter who's elected, there's gonna be some kind of end of the world apocalypse. You know what's really funny? I always seem to get these figures sent to me at the most appropriate time, or at least the most coincidental time. So, in honor of the most infamous zombie apocalypse that there's ever been, today we're going to be taking a look at Theezero's 1/6 scale version of Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. Let's take a closer look. Now, this figure doesn't represent first season Rick Grimes. Obviously, that's a little more handsome version of this character. We're actually looking at, I would say Rick Grimes at around season 4, season 5, when he's a little more Bear Griddles, and he's got the beard, and he's looking all disheveled and stuff like that, because they've obviously seen a lot of shit by now. And also, since I already own the McFarlane version of roughly season 1 Rick Grimes, I'm so glad that Theezero made this version, because this is the version that I've kind of been waiting for a while now. So, let's see if they really got the figure right. I know that Theezero has actually been stepping up their 1/6 scale figures lately, and I'm interested to see if they continue this line and how they do this, and hopefully if they do it justice. Now, I know that I'm always giving praise to Hot Toys for their excellent head sculpts, and it's very hard to match that in terms of comparing it to a Hot Toys version, but I gotta say, this head sculpt is pretty goddamn good. Just take a look at all the detail, especially in the skin tones, the facial expressions, the individual hairs, the beard stubble, and even the blood and various scratches that he has on him. It's actually done really well, and I'm pretty impressed. Given the price point of this figure, which is roughly about $170, this is pretty freaking spectacular. I also like the eyes, the way he's squinting, and the crow's feet on the side. Very well done. For me, one of the most impressive things about this figure is definitely in the materials used for his clothing, especially his jacket. It's very well done, and the camera makes it seem like it's a little more fuzzy than it is, but it's actually a kind of suede finish. I also really like the zippers that they used here, and definitely the cloth of his undershirt. You know, just little details like that make these figures more lifelike, and I really appreciate that they do these. Now, this great attention to detail also extends to his belt, and particularly his belt buckle. Now, the buckle is not functional, but nevertheless it's incredibly detailed, and one of the reasons that I like it is because it really simulates, or it really represents what he wears in the show really well. So overall, it's done really nice. I do have to say though that they really upped the detail when it comes to his harness and his revolver. The stock looks amazing, and the finish on the actual pistol itself looks really great. It's done in a really nice gunmetal, so overall the detail is fantastic. I just really like the way it came out. It's really funny because this figure actually comes with a third accessory, one that I almost missed because the sheath is made almost entirely out of the same material or the same denim as his jeans. It's really detailed, and what I like the most about it is that it has studs running along the whole length of the sheath. This is a really nice job, really great attention to detail here. As I mentioned before, I actually almost missed the fact that this figure came with a machete because of the sheath and the material. And that's really a credit to this figure. You see, the materials used here for his jeans are actual denim, and one of the most impressive things about this is the fact that they actually weathered it like they would any pair of jeans. This is absolutely fantastic, and one of the best aspects of this figure. Now, guys, every figure has that wow moment, and these definitely were the boots. These are spectacular, some of the best I've ever seen. I love the detail in the creases. It actually looks like leather, and guess what? The heel is made out of some kind of wood. This is freaking awesome, and definitely sets this figure over for me. Well worth the price point, guys. You can't beat it with a stick. Now, the last accessory that this figure comes with is Rick's trusty Kalashnikov. Now, I am a little disappointed that this weapon is not as detailed as I wanted it to be. It actually looks kind of generic. It can be swapped out with any weapon in 1/6 scale, and actually you might be able to get one that's a little more detailed. Now, I am really impressed with the actual chamber, and the stock is pretty nice, but overall, not that impressed with the weapon. And no, I didn't forget to review the stand. It's one of the criticisms that I have about Theezero figures. Unfortunately, they never come with a stand. Now, to their credit, they do make some figures that can stand on their own really well, but still, I would like to see a stand in the future. Now, you have to weigh that against the price point. If they include a stand, that means that they'll have to increase the price. So, it's entirely up to you. But there's several ways that you can buy third-party stands, so this won't be such an issue. Now, before I go, I just want to thank the folks again over at Sideshow Collectibles for sending this wonderful figure over for review. Alright guys, so that's my official review on Theezero's 1/6 scale version of Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next AGR's Pop Culture Reviews. That is, if the world doesn't come to an end depending on who you vote for. So, guys, don't be lazy. Get your asses out and vote. That's right, I'm looking at you millennials. Don't fuck this up.